up, everyone? So I am doing your monthly forecast a little bit different this month. I'm off camera because I've been under the weather for a while, and actually these videos are extremely late, which I apologize for, but I had some Mercury retrograde technical difficulties, of course. Mercury retrograde is in my third house of communication and electronic devices, so when I recorded these videos previously, they recorded it with no audio, so I had to go back and redo everything. So once again, I apologize for the delay in these, and once again, don't forget to look at the videos for every sign of yours, your sun sign, your moon sign, and your rising sign. And also, I'm still having a sale through the end of December on all of my readings. Go to my website, which is indigomoon.astrology.com, and there's also a link below to that website, and there should be one on the little I button up above as well, to where you can go order a discounted reading. That's only a temporary discounted price, like I said, through the end of December. And in January, my rates will go up, so take advantage of that sale now, especially if you would like to buy a gift for a loved one, the gift of a reading of their astrology chart. It makes an excellent gift. And also, if you would like a 2017 personal forecast for yourself, those are selling right now too, as well as a 6-month forecast for the first 6 months of 2017. So once again, go to my website, indigomoon.astrology.com, and stay tuned for your December 2016 forecast. Hi Libra, this is your monthly horoscope that I'm going to show you on my board. The board is back, but this month I have lighting and I have different cameras, so hopefully it's a lot more clear for you guys to see. See, this is you right here, Libra. This is your first house. That means you. So, I apologize for the delay once again. I did film these previously, and then when I went to edit, I found out they had no audio, so I had to film them all over again. So my apologies for that. I'm also a little under the weather, so I apologize for sounding a little manly. But anyway, let's get started. What's going on for Libra in December? Well, the first planetary shift that occurred in December is Mercury, the planet of communication. Yeah, he's a jumpy guy too. He moves around fast. He moves around a lot. Mercury is the planet of communication, and he's also the planet of logic and your thinking. And he moved into the sign of Capricorn on the 3rd of December. For you guys, that's your 4th house of home and family. So a lot of my Libras are thinking about family a lot more this month. Since Mercury is the energy of like the busybody, and it's where you can keep busy mentally, especially, you can be moving. There can be a lot of Libras that are moving this month. And Mercury, actually, when we entered the month of December, Mercury was in shadow, okay? That means it's preparing to slow down and go backwards. Once it goes, once we get to the 19th, it'll get to be retrograde, means fully spinning backwards. And that means you're going to be going back over things. That means communication can be misconstrued, misunderstood a lot. So when it comes to family, for my Libras, you guys need to make sure that the communication is clear. But the good part is maybe you could be going back over family memories of the past, telling some history stories with your family, remembering the good times, getting together. And, you know, Mercury is an energy of like playing games together and stuff. So maybe you could be doing that with your family, reminiscing about stuff. So it could be a really good time for you guys, especially within the West. It's our holiday season. So a lot of my Libras in the West, you can be really enjoying a lot of fun times with family with Mercury here. Now, also, it can bring back memories of the past in general. And for some of my Libras, that may be a little painful, not really that enjoyable, especially because Pluto is here. And Pluto is a planet of like really deep thoughts, really deep transformation. And it's an energy that can be a little dark sometimes. So some of my Libras may have some of those thoughts. So just know that, you know, just try to turn to people that you care for, that care for you. If you have any type of painful memories come back, or, you know, I'm no like doctor or therapist, but, you know, just turn to somebody and talk to them if you do have those memories. But other than that, for Libras, you may just think about staying home more, and maybe even moving, like I said, and changing things around your house. Just remember, with Mercury retrograde in general, for everybody. This guy, since he rules communication and electronic devices that you use to communicate, make sure that your phones, your tablets, your computers are all backed up. Virus protection. Make sure that you have cases on your tablets, on your phones, your cars, your vehicles. Make sure that you have those tuned up. You have your tires aired up. All that good stuff, especially because for Libra, your fourth house, it rules, well, Capricorn's your fourth house. The fourth house for anybody, it rules also your property, your vehicles. So there could be some things that go wrong with your vehicles, with your home, appliances failing, and all kinds of technical difficulties with your home or your vehicles. So you guys need to really be protective over those this month. Even when Mercury's in shadow, people will be like, Mercury retrograde doesn't start till the 19th. But guess what? While it's in shadow, the same type of ish happens, except it's on a lesser level to a lesser degree than when it goes retrograde, from my understanding. So that is Mercury for you guys this month in December. On the 8th of the month, Venus, the planet of enjoyment and love and relationships, moved into the sign of Aquarius. And for you guys as Libras, this is your 5th house. Libras may be some of the ones that are the luckiest in love this month. I mean, you guys along with other signs, okay, a couple other signs, but you guys need to be one of the signs that really has a good time this month, enjoying relationships, romantic dates, all that fun stuff, going out to the movies, meeting people, and just enjoying their company. That could be going on while Venus is here. And this is a fellow air sign, because Libra's an air sign, Aquarius is an air sign. So you guys are getting an extra boost of Venus energy. Like, you're in your element, you're enjoying having light, airy fun, you know, which you guys like. You like to keep it light. You don't like to get too deep with things. I mean, this Mercury in the fourth can be making your thoughts go way deep, you know, and maybe into some emotional stuff. But here, with Venus here, she keeps it light, keeps it fun, and keeps it romantic. Also, if you're involved in any type of creative projects, creative endeavors, Venus here can make you have an extra boost of creative energy. Or if you just have a hobby that's creative, Venus will bring more energy there towards those hobbies, or like gaining a new hobby or something like that. But just enjoying yourself to the fullest is Venus here. Now, on the 14th of the month, we have a full moon in the sign of Gemini, another fellow air sign energy. So full moons are when the moon is in one sign and the sun is in another sign. They're opposing one another. They're sending tense vibes to one another, and they're kind of arguing it out back and forth. And then finally they come to a decision to bring some sort of breakthrough and some sort of change in your life, okay? So the moon in Gemini, that is your 9th house. So that's fellow air energy. So this is even extra enhanced for Libra. But the sun is in Sagittarius in your 3rd house, which is communication, traveling short distances, and also the 9th house is the opposite. It's publishing and writing and all that stuff, and traveling long distances, okay? So what can be happening is a push and pull here. This is also furthering your education. That's also the 9th house. So you could be trying to make a decision of whether or not to further your educational pursuits, take some classes, gain some new skills, or what have you. Excuse me. Anything like that can happen in those regards. Maybe even plan a trip. Whether or not it's going to be a short distance trip or a long distance trip can be a decision for you guys. But that is the full moon on the 14th. On the 20th, we have Mars, the planet of action and aggression and drive and initiative. He moves out of Aquarius. Mars was in Aquarius since last month, and that's a fellow air sign, and that's your 5th house. So I'm pretty sure I went over this in last month's horoscope. You know, you could have been having a lot of passionate fun within dating, romantic relationships, or having a lot of childlike fun, hanging out with your kids a lot more, doing active activities with them, and more action and drive and initiative towards your business and creative hobbies. Now it moves into Pisces on the 20th, which for you guys is your 6th house of health, daily routine, and your work duties and your work environment. Couple things with Mars in the 6th house. So on the positive note, it can bring more drive towards working out and being physically active towards your health, okay? Also, it can bring on the negative side some agitation, because Mars energy on a negative side, it can be agitating. I mean, Mars is the red planet, okay? And I mean, literally, it rules things that are red. When you get red hot, when you're upset, when you have irritation, and a lot of people, you know, if their skin is irritated, it turns red. Your eyes are irritated, they turn red. That's just how we are as humans. That stuff is ruled by Mars. Our blood is red. That is ruled by Mars. So anything that has to do with agitation and irritation in our body, Mars rules that. If it's in the sixth house of your health, you guys need to watch out and make sure you take care of your health this month, so there are no irritating and agitating symptoms that come up that may, you know, irritate your health and your vitality. But yeah, working out, great time for that. Working overtime, working very hard. This may be something you may be driven towards. Also, being a little more aggressive in the workplace is something you can be, you know, driven towards as well. Now, if you're not in a position of authority in a workplace, you can be a little bit irritating to some people. Okay, Libra, so just watch out for that. But lots more drive and action towards getting duties accomplished and everything. Definitely a good time for you guys for that this month in December. On the 21st, the sun moves from Sagittarius in your third house into Capricorn, which is your fourth house. So shining more of a light on home and family life. So maybe some decisions being made as far as whether to move, whether to stay. You know, just an emphasis on family, big, huge emphasis on family is here. And Mercury's going to be retrograde. The sun doesn't retrograde, though. The sun always moves forward. So the sun's going to step in and be like, yo, Mercury, like, we need to get some things clear and straight here. And I'm going to shine a big old light up on the situation so you can see what's really going on, and it can help you to make a decision, even though your brain is spinning backwards. When it comes to family life, that's what's going on for you this month. Now, there are a couple of aspects that are happening that are going to make the end of December like poppin', like big, huge changes for everybody all around. Now, how it affects Libras is this. First of all, we got Saturn here in Sagittarius. That is your third house of the mind, okay? Then we've got Uranus in Aries. That is in your seventh house of relationships. They are making a positive aspect, which is called a trine, as you see here, to one another. That means they're speaking to one another in a really positive conversation, a motivational conversation. So bringing a breakthrough and a change somewhere within your relationships. I mean, Uranus is a planet of breakthroughs. He shakes things up. He throws lightning bolts crashing down on you, exploding, making things like really, really change significantly in your life. If things get too boring, too stagnant, too redundant, too routine, Uranus steps in and is like, hey, buddy, whoop, there goes them lightning bolts. Oh my God, big significant changes. So my Libra people have been going through it like that when it comes to your relationships for the past several years, and you will be until Uranus leaves Aries, which I believe is in 2018. But anyway, besides that, Uranus here making a conversation with Saturn here in your third house. So something can change here. Your third house is also like siblings, so maybe a big breakthrough change in your relationship with siblings or cousins. People also say this is a house of like neighbors and co-workers. So I don't know, some sort of relationship change can happen there. And it can be positive and bring positive changes. Now also, there's going to be on the 27th an opposition between Jupiter in your sign and Uranus in your opposite sign. So look at here, Libra. Jupiter, the planet of growth, expansion, abundance, good luck. He's also a magnifying glass. So if things are not going that great, he can magnify those too so that you can see them and you can make greater changes. Jupiter's been in your sign since a couple months ago. I think September or October of 2016. And it's going to be there until October 2017, okay? Bringing you a lot of good luck, hopefully. Bringing a lot more attention to yourself and the changes that you want to make in your life for the better, how you want to enjoy life to the fullest. It can, since this is opposite of your relationships, can bring an emphasis to your relationships as well. And that's exactly what this opposition here that happens at the end of the month is going to bring. Because Uranus has been, it could bring sudden changes in relationships. So Jupiter here is like, I want to grow. I want to expand. I want to live life to the fullest. I don't want to be stagnant. I don't, if you're in a relationship, let me just tell you this. If you're in a relationship right now, sorry for sniffling, but if you're in a relationship right now, Libra, and things have not been going that great, when this aspect, this opposition happens, just being honest, there can be a breakup. You can decide, you know what, I need to live my life to the fullest. Jupiter, Uranus can be like, okay, cool, let me shake some stuff up and make some ish happen for you. So then, bam, breakup. Yo, I need some freedom. Like, I need to get out there and travel. You know, I need to have a great career going on for me finally. Like, you know, and you're just holding me back. So that can happen within your relationships. Or a relationship change can happen for the better to enhance your quality of life and feeling like you're living life to the fullest with a partner. So that is the Jupiter Uranus opposition on the 27th. On the 29th, Uranus moves forward. He's been going retrograde for a while in your relationship house. He moves forward, and then you can feel free to move forward within those relationship changes as well. So on the 29th, also, we have a new moon in the sign of Capricorn, which is down here in your home and family life. So maybe some relationship changes happen that make you decide to move in with somebody or move out from being with someone, living with someone in a serious relationship. Maybe it's not working anymore, you know, and you move out. Or maybe you decide to, I don't know, just there's just something new that happens within your family and home life. Maybe you've been trying to move and the Mercury retrograde has been messing things up a little bit. Then this new moon happens and it's like, bam, a new beginning blossoms to where you can move and, you know, make those great home and family changes that you've wanted to make. Now, last but not least, let me tell you about this transit happening on New Year's Eve. In the West, on December 31st, we will be celebrating New Year's Eve, okay? And on that day, Mars and Neptune will be in a conjunction together, a close conjunction. So, if you guys are familiar with New Year's Eve, people go out, they party, they drink, they get trashed, they woo, Happy New Year, they hook up with people, they kiss someone at midnight, they shoot guns in the air, they do crazy stuff, right? I'm not saying every single person in the West does that, but these are just some things that people do to celebrate, okay? Then they may go out driving drunk. They may go out driving while high, while, you know, half asleep because they partied so hard till the wee hours of the morning. Now, Mars is drive, it's action, okay? It's the actions you take. Neptune is dissolvement. Neptune is also negative forms of escapism, okay? So, add these two together, what do you get? A lot of people acting like crazy, like idiots, like irresponsible and reckless. Mars and Neptune together can bring recklessness. So, don't get caught up, Libra. Don't get caught up in those activities that are reckless and that lead you to, you know, do something, especially this is your sixth house of health, that lead you to do something damaging to your health, for example. Or just in general, like, since you've got some relationship stuff going on, you know, don't hook up with somebody on New Year's Eve and be like, woo, under the influence, and then the next day or two, you're like, yo, okay, let's meet up. And then you meet up with them, and they look like a wildebeest. And it's like, oh my God, on New Year's Eve, you look like a model. Like, what in the world happened? What the hell going on here? Okay, so that's just a couple scenarios that can happen when Mars and Neptune come together on New Year's Eve. So just be careful and mindful of that. Even if you don't participate in anything crazy, be mindful of the people around you. Of course, people always do stuff like that on New Year's Eve, but it's going to be like extra enhanced energy of people's action, people's like drive and the things that they do being very distorted, okay? So, if I were you, I'd be like, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide yourself, hide in the house. Don't do nothing on that day, but stay home safe. But hey, that's up to you, whatever you do, but just keep this in mind. Oh, and of course, since there's negative and positive to everything, every transit, the positives of Mars and Neptune together are supreme creative energy in the workplace. If you do something creative for a living, this energy will give you such a drive, especially if you're a dancer. If there's any dancing Libras out there, oof, New Year's Eve, oh my gosh, or around that time, your dancing abilities are going to come out like fire. Like, oh, it's just gonna flow. It's just gonna flow, Libra. So that's the positives of that. Can't leave out the positive. You guys are all about balance, so of course we got to do that. But that was it, guys. Thank you so much for your patience. Again, I apologize for the delay. Hope you guys have a good month, and hope you guys have a great holiday season and a great new year. And watch for your videos into January for 2017. All right? Take care of yourselves. Peace.